What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television, and today we are going to be getting into The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 6, Guns for Hire. But before we do, I want to thank you for stopping by, liking, commenting, sharing all that beautiful YouTube stuff. Without you, we wouldn't be reaching the heights that we do. Newer milestones every day, every month. Getting those numbers up for views, getting those numbers up for subscriber count. Only together can we go straight to the moon, baby! But without further ado, let's get into the Mandalorian Guns for Hire episode. We're in the back half of this season, and it definitely seems like things are picking up for business, so to speak. We start the episode off with Din, Djarin, and Bo going to the planet where the fleet she had gathered is residing. But before I get into even the further story, I guess I should I want to get into the cast a little bit, because this cast was like pretty much amazing. Like it's crazy. Excuse me. Bryce Dallas Howard was the director of this episode. I thought she's been involved throughout the series. Pedro Pascal as Aramando, Katie Sackhoff as Bo Katan. Mercedes Alvar Nando is Casca Reeves. You may know her better as Sasha Banks or Mercedes Monet. She's a professional female wrestler. This is her second appearance in this this series. Did a pretty good job both times. Jack Black as Captain Bombardier, Bombardier, Lizzo, as the Duchess. Not big on her music, but I thought she did pretty well in this part. Christopher Lloyd as Commissioner Hellgate, and Simon Cassandias as Axe Rose, Kassinides. It's his last name, Cassandias. But we pick up with them going to where Bo-Katan has last knowledge of where the Imperial fleet she gathered would be at, which is the Plazar 15 planet. When they get there, they're introduced, or they're greeted by Imperial droids, which is making Din, Aramando, a little on edge as it is, and he's like, Imperial droids? Well, I mean, where are we going again? And she explains that they're just there probably they might have been reprogrammed or this or that. She basically just says it's the Outer Rim, so this is going to be something that you have to kind of expect to see, because this is the time where the Empire's down and out, and so a lot of these droids and other people are getting displaced to do other jobs. And Jack Black's character happens to be one of those characters who we see a lot of the aftermath of the Empire losing in the New Republic, stepping forward and trying to gain leadership and control. Jack Black's character did work for the Empire. He went through the conversion program and is now on this planet with his wife, the Duchess, played by Lizzo, leading the planet. He seems to be genuinely like a changed man, so to speak, or at least someone who is down with the New Republic. He doesn't seem to really be hiding any secrets. Neither is the Duchess character. When asked by Bo-Katan to see the rest of the Mandalorians that she used to ride with, because they hired them to do mercenary jobs, and the reason why they can't do their own army is because Jack Black's character used to work for the Empire. If you worked for the Empire and you're in the leadership role, that planet is not allowed to have an army. So they hire these Mandalorians that Bo-Katan used to deal with as mercenaries, so to speak. They won't reveal where they are until Bo and Din Djarin investigate a problem that's been going on the planet. It seems like the former Imperial. Oh God, I know how to talk to you. Know how to talk. All right, start again. Former Imperial droids that were reprogrammed to do mundane tasks like carry your luggage, do heavy lifting, drive you around and such. These droids became droids of, like housekeeping droids and stuff like that, to make your life easier, to make everyone's on the planet's life easier. But some of these droids seem to be malfunctioning and reverting back to their old programming, to basically act like Imperial war droids or whatever droids they were prior to the reprogramming. So the task is for Bo and Din to find out why that's happening. They go meet Commissioner Hellgate's character, Christopher Lloyd's character, the GOAT of all time, 1.1 gigawatts! I wish they would have figured out how to get that gigawatts line in there. And if you don't know where that line is from, go check out Back to the Future. However, let me get back to the point. They go to him, and he kind of leads them on their way as far as, what he thinks the problems are. They get a list of all the droids that seem to be affected, because it seems like the common link between these droids are that they all seem to have gotten the same form of, I'm going to say, for lack of a better term, oil from this droid bar called, what was it called? I forget what, the Resistor droid bar, where basically droids go in there and it seems like their version of drinking is like drinking motor oil or whatever. And so it seems like these affected droids drank from the same batch of whatever this liquid is, oil or whatever, right? I'm going to, like I said, for lack of a better term, I'm just going to call it motor oil. I guess it's for like, to help the wear and tear of the joints and everything for the droids to keep moving unhindered, so to speak. And so when they find out that from this droid bartender that these droids all drink from the same batch of the motor oil or whatever, they go back to the base of operations. They have somebody help them figure out where this originated from, and it winds up being Commissioner Hellgate is the one that injected these droids with programmable nanotechnology to make them revert back to their original programming, because we find out that he is, in fact, a Count Dooku follower. He's a separatist, so to speak, or at least that's what Bo-Katan had initially called him, a separatist. And his response was, that's a very majorative phrasing of what I am. And basically, when presented to Lizzo and Jack Black's character, he was exiled to their moon. He just thought that the planet has an over-reliance on the droids. I also enjoyed the interaction with the droid bartender with Bo-Katan and Mando, because it was funny to hear him say that we're afraid of being replaced by humans because we feel like we still have something to offer, when speaking on the perspective of former Imperial droids. They just want to be given a second chance and be proven that they can, be productive members of the society. And normally it's the reverse. People are afraid that their jobs are going to be taken by robots or computers. So I thought that was a funny little thing there, a funny little meta commentary, so to speak. This episode was definitely interesting. It's definitely good to see them making some. There was definitely a lot of references to the Clone Wars movie in this episode, and in obviously the Clone Wars saga show, because Bo-Katan did have a good role to play in that series. So it's showing that everything is connected. Everything is everything is just connected one way or the other. 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, so to speak. And it's good. It's kind of good to see that the New Republic, even though they feel like they were the good guys and they're the ones that were meant to be in charge, it's good to see that, because what people forget to realize is that no matter what your political alliances is, there's good apples and there's bad apples in every group, and each group has basically the same flaws, which is thinking that they're the good guys in the story, and it can't be both good guys, you know what I mean? It reminds me of 2 boxes going into it, and the winner always says, I want to thank God, or whatever like that. No one thanks God for being the loser, you know what I mean? And so no one thanks God for being the loser in a war, you know what I mean? Each person thinks they're the hero of the story. And it's good to kind of see how it is that the First Order came to be, because the trilogy movies that started the First Order and everything did not do a very good job of explaining anything in the movies at all. And I'm glad it's up to Jon Favreau and other people to kind of fill in those gaps, because we need more talented people to bring Star Wars back to where it was, instead of the current crop of people in charge making some really bad decisions as far as movie making is concerned. But I'm glad that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are here, continuing to try to save Star Wars as best as they can. This episode is definitely fun, proceeds to add to the story, and we end with Bo-Katan having the dark saber. But If you want to find out how that happened, watch the episode because I don't want to necessarily spoil that. But Bo-Katan now has the Darksaber. And is she ready to lead her people to the home world of Mandalore and retake their homeland and become a once powerful world the way they used to be? But thank you for stopping by, liking, commenting, and sharing. And until next time, peace, Nickums.